Hello, Moletrap doing another commentary. Before I get started, this is the fourth game of the set between STX Seoul and CJ Entus, so if you don't want some clues as to what happened beforehand, they may be popping up on the screen at some point, so might be spoilers, just to warn you. In any case, this is a game between two relatively new players on the scene, Kwanro and Cal, or Call, or whatever. Call is the Protoss here in red on the bottom of the map, 6 o'clock, and Kwanro is playing Zerg. He's going to be on the right side of the map, sorry, about 3 o'clock. And now this is going to be hopefully an interesting game. Kwanro is someone that myself and Diggity have had an eye on. It's a player that Klazart actually went out of his way, even though he was on vacation, to do a commentary on one of his games before. He has a really interesting style. I've tried to find, like I said, he's really new, so it's hard to find any other games by him, but there are a couple out there, and he has a pretty good style. He's very good micro, something which he demonstrated. He totally absolutely owned Midas in a game. I think it might have been preliminaries for OSL, I don't remember. Totally owned him with just some brutal micro, switching back and forth between Zerglings and Mutalisks, depending on what Midas had presented, and basically just kept straight pushing in with only a couple hatcheries, and it was a really good game. And so Kwanro is showing a lot of promise. He might be able to pull something off. Cal, you know, is also he's an upcoming. He hasn't played very much, but he's played a few more games than Kwanro has in the pro scene. Cal is 7-3 professionally against Zerg, so you know, he's obviously at least decent against Zerg. It can't be a complete coincidence, so we'll have to see how this goes. The game that I did see of Kwanro owning Midas obviously Terran player, so, and let's see. Okay, so Kwanro has gone for an expansion and a spawning pool relatively quickly, relatively common. Now this map is very interesting. As you can see, Cal has gone for an expansion. This map kind of has a protected expansion in that there's one ramp leading up to this plateau, and it's a kind of a wide ramp, but you have to go through someone's main base to get to that secondary base. Well, that's kind of strange. It looks like Cal is actually setting up I don't see if that was a Nexus or a pylon. It might have been a Nexus, kind of out. He might be trying to go for a quick, like, triple expansion. No, it was just a pylon, okay. He was trying to block Kwanro from getting that second quick expansion. That was pretty deft of him, I must say. Because, you could see Kwanro's drone out there. Obviously, he was trying to get out there and get that second expansion with his third hatchery. In any case, as I was saying, the expansion, as you can see, it's on the same place, and the land route has to go through a player's primary base, but it's far away. It's a long actual distance between your main and your secondary. So to me it seems like that would leave it open for drops and proxies and things like that. So this is going to be an interesting map. This map is called Katrina, by the way. Called so because it's got a lot of twists and turns and what have you. A lot of sort of convoluted routes between various ramps and plateaus and lowered areas and that kind of thing. Okay, so Kwanro, let's see. Okay, so Cal, first of all, he's done what most Protoss players do if they want to set up a quick expansion. Went for a quick forge and some cannons. Okay, so Kwanro is going to take out that pile and he's going to set down his next expansion there. It looked like he had another hatchery in his main base too, so this is going to be his fourth hatchery for Kwanro. And this is going to be interesting, seeing as how Cal only looks to have one gateway so far. He'll probably be going to a Stargate pretty soon. We'll have to see if Kwanro has his Hydralisk Den up in him, but you know, this is just speculation at the moment. But I mean, 4 hatcheries that's a lot of hatcheries for early game. I didn't actually double check just then to see if he had a 4th hatchery in his base. No, I guess he doesn't. Wait, is that one north? Yeah, so he does have 4 hatcheries. He's got his 4th one coming in, and he actually seems to have gone straight for a spire. This is interesting. I didn't see a Hydralisk Den, so Kwanro is going straight for Mulisks. He may be trying to go with what he was able to slaughter Midas with, and some other I think Sioux or whatever. He totally slaughtered Sioux with the same sort of tactics. He's pumping out Zerglings. He seems to be massing Zerglings. He's got another hatchery down. He's going for a 3rd expansion, his 5th hatchery. And it's interesting. Usually, you know, expanding this much would leave one open to attacks, but Cal is teching up. He hasn't been spending his money on troops. He's been spending his money on just getting. He looks like he's going for High Templar quickly. He's probably going to go for Corsairs and Dark Templar maybe. Although High Templar are absolutely essential again in the long run against Zerg players. Okay, so he's sending out a few zealots to try and harass him, try and muck with his economy or whatever, see what Kwanro has to deal with him, and it looks like Kwanro is going to be able to set up some defense real quick and fend this off. Okay, Zerglings going in. The Zerglings getting taken out by Sunken. Okay, the Sunken comes in, and that Sunken is going to be enough to hold off those zealots. For a second, it looked like the zealots were going to take out too many of his Zerglings, but okay, so they're both kind of bunkering in. Well, not bunkering in, but Cal obviously making a lot of cannons in his bases. He wants to fend off any Mutalisks that come in to harass his economy, and probably for lurkers as well. Although I still haven't seen a Hydralisk Den. And okay, so Cal coming in with some zealots into his main, into Kwanro's main. Kwanro has Mutalisks up, but I'm not sure how much good they're going to do. As you can see, Cal does have Archons. Archons tear the shit out of Mutalisks, and he's probably going to have High Templar around also. Okay, so Kwanro going in, seeing if he can do any harassment.